Hi, it's Damon Clark from PI Hacks. So I just want to talk about one of the main challenges we find our leadership teams we work with have. So we have over 70 odd clients across the world, from Fortune 100 companies to kind of mid-sized organizations. And we're often brought in because there's some form of challenge or dysfunction in that team. Not all the time. We do have those clients who are very, what I call proactively people first, and they don't have challenges. They're very kind of focused on their people and developments, and they're often the organization, or they are the organizations that are kind of growing more than anybody. But a lot of our clients, there's a challenge, there's some pain, and it's very common. It's nothing to feel bad about. It's what happens when you put a team together. And so we go in, and we often find there's the same things going on. And I can almost play like a bingo. I can always guess some of the challenges, and I'd love to know your comments below. But a few of them, struggles running meetings, high dominant behavior, not splitting up strategic and tactical meetings. And the other big one is they often don't have a robust way or methodology to develop, implement, and track strategy. And that's a very common theme. And so originally our role was really team development and building talent strategies to support strategy execution. And we had to very quickly get involved in strategy. And luckily, we've been working strategy for years. I've been involved in a few EOS implementations, so entrepreneurial operating system. And I've delivered some. I've delivered strategy implementations, and owning multiple businesses, I've had to get good at that part. So we had to get, that's more important from for development. That has to be the starting point of engagements. That has to be solid. And it's not set up. We need to do that before we can start working with your leadership team. Well, we can start working with a leadership team straight away, and there's some things we can do, but that is definitely a priority. So I do some personally. I do a few implementations. I try and stay off it. I'm stuck doing all the boring stuff, back office stuff in the business now, and we often like to pair the right consultant with the right organization. And the market out there is there's hundreds and hundreds of providers of strategy. And I just want to talk about what's right for you. And I'm going to start with talking about the main ones. So the main ones out there are EOS, which is based on a book called Traction. EOS is been one of oh, there you go. I'm back in focus. My book's confusing me. EOS is one of the kind of main ones, and it's entrepreneurial operating system. So think of it as all these things, how to set your North Star, your 10-year plan, your 3-year plan, your 1-year plan, and back out into quarters. How do you run your meetings? How do you set your goals? How do you set your quarterly objectives, or ROCs as they call them? So this was the default for many years, and they actually changed their partnership model. And as a result, a lot of the partners span off and built their own versions. So I believe both Pinnacle and Bloom Growth were offshoots from EOS. Not entirely sure. But anyway, Traction is a big one. We actually run off a very similar program for Traction. We self-implement because we deliver strategy. So you'd think we'd be good at it. So we're very disciplined at keeping that methodology. So this is similar to what we use, but we've got clients on a whole range of different methodologies. And the main ones are Pinnacle is a good one. We've got a couple of clients on Pinnacle. Scaling up is another big one. We've got a few clients on scaling up as well. And a new one which has come out. We work with a consultant called Tom Johnson, who's just gone through his accreditation. He's just sent me this book. This is what prompted me to jump on. We've got Bloom Growth. So I'm going to kind of digest this in the next couple of weeks and jump on and tell you how it went. So yeah, the point is there's jumped on to do this video. I haven't got a particular agenda. It's just I wanted to overview some of the systems out there. It's not rocket science. All of them are quite similar. They all have their own kind of focuses. I do recommend getting a consultant. You can self-implement, but I find the clients I've worked with who've decided to do that eventually come back and ask us for a consultant, because it's just when you're paying for it, there's an accountability, and they're experts. And they do it. They can go in, and in 2 days, initially they start off with a 2-day offsite, but it's just incredibly efficient and quicker. It's worth the money. But if you're a little bit worried about spending out money on consultants, we're expensive. There's nothing stopping you to kind of self-implement and get stuck in on your own. You can buy the EOS book. They all give you frameworks and stuff. So you can do that. So just wanted to kind of share that's one of my main challenges I have leadership teams. It's so important to get right. You can do a self-implementation. The starting point is read one of those books. The other good books, by the way, are, let me see, Execution and a great game. They're quite good reads. But I would start by probably the ones I enjoy are Scaling Up and Traction would be a good starting point. So yeah, get stuck into those. Give us a call. We know we've got some free resources we can share. But yeah, that's my point. If you don't have a really strong strategy or business operating system running, that's where you need to start. If you need help, get in contact. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff. I hope that was useful. If you any other frameworks, please throw in below in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Thank you.